れで OK な。一回セーブしとこうか。
It's you again. What is it?
Clausia is playing them like a fiddle. Tell them how bad they got played, and they'll tell you the truth. There are many ways to go about it. All of them.
なんで失敗するんや。
It's you again. What is it?
Convince Titus he's being manipulated. You should know by now. Titus Hardy will never, but you know someone who might. Fatek, just remember outside. He'll get it. Go on.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Goddamn. Fuck Danny.
Work for the wrong company, and they execute you.
Sir, fire up. He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do.
Angus.
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
Shut up, Angus!
木に吊るす前に死んでた。
Fatty! Say what?
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control.
Does he? His closed fist is shaking.
Oh,
It's you who's in
握り拳が
control.
震えとる。
Let them have their moment.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus? Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
What just happened between these two? You're in. He's all yours. Questions. The lieutenant gives a smile only you can see.
Me too.
では、あんたらは彼を殺してないんだな。もともと死んでたと。
He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. The bullet in his head.
Another nod.
'Cause the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
Girls plural. There's another girl. Two of them. Take note of this. They'll probably say...
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't. Classier came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the part.
Good analogy, boss.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. You keep taking it easy too, Angus.
That's okay with the fat man, still wheezing there.
We went upstairs. Sure as day the...
He means they'd been fucking?
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged. Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business. You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own. That can't show up on police radar kind. There are people after her. From the old world. Where she came from. They're powerful. Connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a mud?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's... You may have noticed our girls and some... Oh, you meant that kind of training. Like a spy. Maybe. The kind of people who are after her. They're powerful.
And why would you...
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue. I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Klausya. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for...
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
My dude. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with... in a manner of speaking.
Remember the two girls? He may be talking about the other one.
That's right. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it for political reasons. It sent a...
The big guy turns to Glenn, the blonde.
I'll say it again. All the Hardy Boys are right here, cop. That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her, anyway. Nope. You're not getting to her. It's Klausya you want to talk to. In a minute.
Remember the two?
That's right. It was her idea.
The big guy turns to Glenn, the blonde.
I'll say it again. Glad you understand that. You do that. Hey, cop. Before you go...
Suddenly, the wind picks up outside. You hear it rattling the large windows in...
She... Klausya came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in.
Still, after all this headache...
That's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo.
We'll take that into account.
Behind the dock, you see 2, maybe 3 bushes grown into a single thicket over a period of circa 50 years. It takes time for a hedge like that to form. Yellow, faded with time. A tiny splash of color in the blackness of the thicket is close enough to the latch up there. One can slide it open and just take it. Surely not a coincidence.
Huh?
I don't know about that. I'm comfortable here. Don't think any sliding would really help right now.
Sorry, fucko. Looks like you're gonna have to go bush diving. Good fucking luck with that. The Hawthorne's got a bitch of a bite.
I'm gonna enjoy the sight of you in the bushes out.
With a loud thud, the old man stands. The key is brass. Workshop spear is etched into its bow. The old man closes the window and sits back down in silence.
Come on, man. We were just having some fun. Where's the harm in...
I'm tired of listening to your shit. Don't thank me. I don't give two shits about your key.
It's for the blue door in the kitchen. There was a note there that you missed. It said the workshop key is behind the window. It's this key.
Didn't even know it was there. Boys.
No idea.
Never even seen it. Someone must have hidden it there before this room.
鍵を手に入れた。
It's you again. What is it?
口調が変わった。
Hi again, gendarme. Bye-bye, gendarme.
You see a heavy steel door with the key fits the dimple lock. It takes a bit of effort to turn it after all these years. The machine. All these mesmerizing machines, just waiting to be plugged back in and played. Feels like it might jump back to life any moment, the lights illuminating the white-robed woman.
Some kind of inane pinball theme, probably related to Messina during the... You can't fire them up. They are broken. Only that one machine.
What a dumb name. Royalist Pinball. If they weren't broken, he would kick one of these machines about now.
No, I love it. I love pinball. Who doesn't love pinball?
He doesn't.
No.
ゴブゴブか。あー、やってみるか。
It's strange that he doesn't like pinball. Kim here is a Seolite. His people are...
Us? Guys? Seoul is an extremely protectionist isola, but even I know that they don't play pinball. They have a rigid class society and a pure...
You see a heavy steel... The key fits... The machine. All these mesmerizing machines. Feels like it might jump back to life any...
Some kind of inane... You can't fire.
What a dumb name.
No.
He doesn't.
No.
Kim, Pinball, Kitsuragi. Exactly. That's what he's known as. His reputation precedes him.
So now he remembers. Fine, I'm Kim Pinball Kitsuragi, aka the Kimball. You remembered. Congratulations. Wonderful. He only remembers hearing about the pinball police. No human being should. It is a game that requires... It is lame. I am not called Pinball. Fine. I was a juvenile police officer for over 15 years. It's how I started out in the RCM. Once I had to infiltrate a pinball ring. As you do when you're a juvie cop. It was not okay. I needed to become a pinball champion. I trained for 9 months. The job was... End of story. That time is over now. I was already a 38-year-old man. It was unbecoming, as was playing pinball. It's best if you handle the juvenile delinquents. Not only to you, I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi to everyone. Now, we really need to continue our sweep of what appears to be a...
It's always good to see you. I understand.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched, her feet long and straight.
I knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
This is good. Clear the air first. Between you. No, it's not good. It's the opposite of that. Shush. I can't hear what she's saying. Let the miss speak. She's tall and thin and tired.
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
I am not. There is more here, miss.
You're right. There's more. You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral...
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea. A grand expanse of water reaches over the bay and to the horizon, golden grey in the moonlight. The Pearl, the Muindi Isola, the Occident, and then Aranye, the old world.
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts. Just business, but bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me.
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me. It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Ravishal.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. With a bigger company. The kind you really...
I need the names of the companies involved.
The job was Lewis County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Lewis As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too. Along with Lewis and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive. Sure, I'm not a war criminal, but it was bad. A lot of people got hurt. But that's... We were there. Together. In bed, I mean. Okay. I turned back to...
A great pain moves through her. A dark...
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me. He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots. I waited for this.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
Oh. So am I.
What time was this? When did it happen?
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off. Much more than usual.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines. Just to clear my head.
Good thinking. Clear your head.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No. Nothing. I was trapped. He was still on the floor. Slouched. I couldn't... It's not...
What exactly?
Industrial. With a bigger...
I need the...
The job was loosed. As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. This was not a joke. Real people lost their... A lot of people got hurt. It's not...
What exactly?
Industrial. With a bigger...
I need the...
The job was loosed. As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me. I am a destroyer. A lot of people got hurt. It's not...
What exactly?
Industrial. With a bigger...
I need the...
The job was loosed. As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. It is. Many people lost their jobs. A lot of people got hurt. We were there. Okay. I turned back.
A great...
I knew he was dead. He was heavy. I waited for...
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
I'm not lying to you.
What time was this?
11:30.
It's okay.
Not as much.
Wait. Titus said she was...
Oh, yeah.
Good thing.
Did you...
No. Nothing. He was still on the floor. We were... Okay. I turned back.
A great...
I knew he was dead. He was heavy. I waited for...
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt...
Yeah. It was...
What time was...
11.
It's okay.
Not as...
Wait. Titus said she was...
Oh, yeah.
Good thing.
Did you...
No. Nothing. He was still on the floor. Slouched. We were there. Okay. I turned back.
A great...
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down. He was heavy. I waited for...
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt...
Sure.
What time...
11:30 to 12.
It's okay.
Not as much.
Wait. Titus said she...
Oh, yeah.
Good thing.
Did you...
No. Nothing. He was still on the floor. Slouched. I couldn't be... Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time.
Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the leader. Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
Does she also party with Ruby, however?
No.
Still, there is...
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. She said she'd take...
To produce...
Yes.
This is concurrent with your doubts at the autopsy about the coloring being.
About half an hour had passed since the moment of death.
She nods.
You were late. The marks would be faint by that time.
In honor of another precise forensic observation, you have it in you to be a champion. Keep your head in the game now.
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. It took Ruby maybe... Ruby said to wait here. I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy boys.
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding. What? Why would I put myself through this? Insanity. Get myself cornered like he wouldn't have...
All kinds of crazy things happen with drugs. It could have been a desire murder. Maybe an act of jealousy.
I did not kill him to defend myself from rape. I told you before. That wasn't what... I'm sad to hear that. They must have said it in some fit of...
She's getting scared now. She simply shakes her head. She has the training for it. You've known it since she first greeted you here on this roof.
What does that mean?
Do drugs make you aggressive?
No. I thought rather...
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance. She takes a healthy, nay, giant healthy, drag of her...
Like what? That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass. I thought they'd found me so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't... I just don't know.
We can't go after loose cap. Not...
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, that's the... I thought so they wouldn't be hurt. Or... I don't know anything anymore.
We can't...
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, that's the... I thought they'd found me so they wouldn't be hurt.
We can't...
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get... because I'm an idiot.
Which is an indicator of truth.
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you.
Oh God, that was a lie too. Who made the call then? Don't be paranoid, man. It's unbecoming of a police officer, and it makes you sweat.
Last week.
You should have another look at that window after this. Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye. She nods, silently. She doesn't... He's thinking, are we done here? Or should we arrest her? She's a flight risk and she lied to you. She should be taken into custody. No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police. This guy won't budge. You have to wake Multiface up, forcefully, if you want. Who? What? Dear Lord, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not the most fair and just at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps. She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately, before she further entangles. Take it easy. Start at the top. Choose at the bottom. It's how we... See?
There may be grounds here, at least for an extended detention.
A little whimper. The young woman hears you. She's looking around.
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Cole. There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my...
That is the emergencies desk number. Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk.
What time did you make the call?
Thursday night. It was...
It checks out.
But I know the time of the call, too. I know I have not been 100% truthful with you, officers. But I am now.
Why is she so angry, then, if she's so sorry?
I did.
Very good, sire. She will never admit to it, but we can see that she didn't.
I agree. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you.
Okay. Okay. Yes. It's not. It's not my name. You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common, sir. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it. No. It's submerged in a plastic buoy on the coast, in the reeds. It just doesn't say Clausia Amandu. It's
falsified documents?
Passport and visa. Given to me by my employer. I can't even use them. My employer probably leaked the name.
Why would they do that?
I didn't show up to a rendezvous. They don't take that lightly. I didn't show up because I was afraid they'd do something to me. The job was finished. I'm just a liability now. West of the boardwalk, in the reeds, on the coast there. I put it there when I first arrived. Haven't been there since. I'm not sure I could even find it now. It's useless.
The lieutenant makes a note of it.
You're welcome to it. It's in the reeds northwest of here, past a broken sewage pipe, right near the waterline. It's Katarzyna Alazie.
Could it mean Glazia is an acronym for Katarzyna Alazie?
It was a sentimental thing. I wanted to...
A nickname? Who gave you this nickname, Glazia?
A teenage boy. 1,000,000 years ago.
She nods. Her round eyes meet yours. They seem moist from the wind on the roof. She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next.
But I haven't done anything. Anything illegal.
She purposefully misrepresented information crucial. Fucking mind games. Enough. That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless as we reel her in. The lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs.
Please no.
Fragile, unshielded. Her voice is thin and tired.
I think I know who did it. Who shot Lely. I can tell you. I can help you.
She knows something. She's silent for a second, as if looking into herself.
Ruby. She has this thing for me, ever since I met her and the boys downstairs. She's been pretty frank about what she wants.
What she's saying is... sex.
And more. I made the mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was on the run. She started protecting when I started spending time with Lely.
I don't understand. What exactly in your relationship made you think she is romantically interested in you?
She said she's in love with me. She even asked me to run.
And you led her on?
A little. I was flattered, you know?
Yes, but what was their relationship outside this unequal power dynamic?
We spent a lot of time together.
What was that question about?
This is just an assumption.
I know what it said. Somehow.
That is a little strange. People don't usually keep things together under stress like that.
She came over and she's a pro.
Some of that, what are you talking about? She's afraid you...
You said there was a secret route there, right? She could have come up through there, then taken this shot right here. Where...
Then slipped back downstairs without anyone noticing.
Interesting theory. Did she know that door exists? Had you been out there with her?
Yes. She's been up here many times. She used to come to drink on the roof when, The peephole. My bed is right next to... She would have seen us.
You mean to suggest she made it?
No.
She's not really sure. Don't let your imagination run wild here, sire. Okay, and what? Arrest the liar now. Why? She told us some pretty interesting things there. Her. Stop letting her distract you.
Thank you. Thank you. You won't regret it.
Something tells you, you will. She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath. As you are. This is not the end of this.
セーブしてたらどうなるんだろうな。聞いてみるか。
It's you again. What is it? Why? You're cuckoo, cop. I'm the only man responsible for this unit. Get with it, or fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off!
Sounds like you're making her a suspect in this. Not on my watch, you're not. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steam.
And fuck you too, moral
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R.
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
サンドが逆ぶって。
It's you again. What is it?
A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze. Floor plans.
Because she was here. All night.
He's cobbling together shit, so...
All night? 11:30 to 12:15? She was here during all that time?
Yeah, with us, drinking. Near the stage there.
No. All right. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out, too. She has a complex operation to run from her lorry. She's a busy girl. Always has been.
This complex operation is probably something illegal.
Just because she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot the merc. I've been through this. It's not plausible.
He's been through it. That means he suspected her too. All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during. You got his attention. Now don't ruin it by making weird claims. Remember, you can still mess this up.
How? People say there was a pinball arcade here, sometime before the hospital.
East Delta Pinball Arcade. Weird place.
Okay, but how'd you get up? There's no room for a staircase in this building. Or an elevator, for that matter.
The elevator is outside the building. It's an old dumbwaiter, used for moving pinball machines up and down from the workshop. Ruby could have gone up, shot him, come down, all under 7 minutes.
That's quite the theory. We need to have a look at that secret passage, boys.
I'm on it, boss. Right when the law clears?
It's a dumbwaiter, not an industrial lift. How about I go instead of...
Just now. You got something else to back this route up? Or is that it? Why not? You can't draw a straight line into Clausia's window from... Maybe from the coast. But like garbage.
It's never a...
Or ghost.
I told you not to say that. This is not a joking matter for him.
I've seen the winch. I'm not blind. You saying it's part of the elevator she used? That's wall mystery down there. An architectural mystery. Doesn't much concern Ruby, does it? Right. What the fuck does that got to do with Ruby?
He makes a gruff gesture for you to continue.
Footprints. Recent.
He looks tough, but there is a nervous twitch in his dark green eye. This is all too close to home for him.
That close, huh? How fortunate. I'll take a thorough look at those prints. My good news is, I'm still listening. Footprint.
He looks tough, but there is a nervous twitch in his dark green eye. This is all too...
Goes against your little theory, doesn't it? Then again, I've known few people in my life who own more than one pair of boots. Good news is, I'm still listening. Footprint.
He looks tough, but there is a nervous twitch in his dark green eye.
43 is pretty large for a girl, don't you think? But then Ruby's what you call a butch girl. She's no depth.
Yeah, but that's what's so cool about her. It's why we've been thinking...
I know what you've been thinking, Glenn. Well, talk.
Titus.
He's thinking, all right. Glenn gets silence for an answer. Push.
Footprint.
He looks tough, but there is a nervous twitch.
What else could you make out? How recent? What size? Horizontal? I see they taught you well in your RCM school. My old man, 100. Good news is, I'm still listening.
He knows they had to be recent for those lines to still read. This wasn't a failure.
Firmly doesn't go well with could've. There's a route to the... But a route does not put that bullet in his...
Phase 2. Murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt. In the shape of a gun.
That looks antique. A Belma grave. It's inoperable. Where'd you get it?
20, maybe 30 rifles, Titus. Also...
God damn it. We need to close that dump down for good.
Okay. I see your point. There are guns lying around. Damn it.
We just missed one. Ruby doesn't know this place, boss. Just these cops digging up shit.
Look, fucko. Ruby and I are pretty tight. She would have showed me the gun.
Yeah, everyone knows.
I don't know.
Look who's finally speaking. Ratty's been uncharacteristically quiet since you started theorizing. Maybe he has something to gain from implicating her. He probably just doesn't like her.
Nah, this kind of heat is not easy to come by. It took us some time to get gunned up to where we are.
Still, he's thinking about it now. And he knows gunning up has nothing to do with this.
Look, fucko. Ruby and I are pretty tight. She would have showed...
Yeah, everyone knows Glenn loves...
I don't know, Glenny.
Look who's finally... He probably just doesn't like her.
She organizes things. She doesn't whack people. That's not the kind of person she is. She's...
Easy now, Glenn. What he's trying to say is, people who don't have guns don't shoot people.
You don't need to prove anything. Doubt is enough for now. And Titus must have some.
That looks...
20.
God damn it.
Okay.
We just missed one. Ruby doesn't know this place, boss. Just these cops digging up shit.
Look, fuck.
Yeah.
I don't...
Look who's... He probably just doesn't like her.
Nah, man. She'd totally wave her gun in your face if she were here right now. And you'd fucking piss yourself.
Easy now, Glenn. What he's trying to say is, people who don't have guns...
You don't need to prove anything. Doubt is enough for now. And Titus must have some.
All right, Cole. Keep talking.
T, we're not seriously considering it.
Phase 3. Motive. The big one. Get this and they'll give her to you. Remember, don't piss him off. That never would.
And I suppose you have a theory on that.
Think about it. Why?
She had... Really, Shank?
Time for a logics demonstration.
I didn't do it, fucker! It wasn't my...
You probably did, though.
It's just a thought experiment. Think, Shanky.
Fuck you, man! I would never fuck my guys over like...
She didn't either. She would never do that. Why aren't more...
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped...
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And
I suppose...
Think about it.
She had... Really, Shanks?
Time for a... He scoffs.
Think. You kill him.
The man is silent.
If she used her...
Which is why she...
Glenn.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely.
And I suppose you have...
Think about it.
She had... Really, Shank?
Time for a logics...
You're on thin ice here, asshole.
It's a thought exercise, Titus. Think.
Alone. I don't drag my man into shit with me.
If she used us, then that's a serious violation.
But she didn't.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is good.
Yeah. Like what? A thing? You mean?
Yeah, but...
Girls like girls too, Angus, sometimes. This is one of those times. She liked Glacier.
Fuck you. First he says she's murdered him.
Come on, Glenn. She likes Monica's titty.
I did. She didn't fuck.
So this is why Shanky doesn't like her. Useful for you. It makes him advocate against Ruby.
Ruby then threatened her and told...
This is some sordid shit. It's also the kind of garbage our Miss Aronier puts out to cover her own ass. Figures. But that Ruby is queer, and that's okay. Some are queerer than...
And then, boss...
If it's true. But it's not. Right?
There's no fuck.
Man.
Okay. We ruled out infighting. That's how this works.
Nah, man.
Plus, man, it's like female intuition. You know, women talk to women. Which is sort of why we need someone on the team who they talk to.
Not so useful.
Fucking hell.
Betrayal is not painless. Even a doubt of it hurts. Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods. A very small nod. And a trickle of tobacco.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of... I don't know. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior, why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that. Friday afternoon, when you first arrived, I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in. I told you. You. No, you. As in the cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes. Yeah, that's real funny. She wasn't laughing. You know, when I first saw you limping here, I thought I told you. Yes, you. The cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes. Sure. You know, when I first saw you limping here, I thought I told you. Yes, you. The cop with the... Sure. The human experiment. You know, when I first saw you limping, I told you. Yes, you. The cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes. It seems you have that effect. Especially on... You know, when I first saw you limping here, I thought she was paranoid. She said you have a funny taste in clothes, and that you won't stop. Until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock. That you're a human can opener. That you play suspect.
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just...
Open Angus?
Silence. He nods.
You are insistent.
Yeah, there was some.
Scared. You should be. Everard has a file on you, but that's bogus. What she knows comes from somewhere else. From Jamrock.
She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry.
Good fucking luck, man.
Yeah.
She's not?
She's not, Glenn. A little.
Where have you looked for her?
More precisely, on the coast. Past the... I'm thinking she...
Who's doing this looking? They're all here.
Lizzie needed some air. You're a smart cop, but you're a stupid person. No one goes to tell Everard anything. If he has to know, he has to know fast.
It's called a radio. You believe. The gardener may have played you a game.
A little.
Where?
More precise.
Who's doing this? Sure, it was someone else. It appears we have a ninth.
A little.
Where?
More precise.
Who's
Lizzie needed some... No one goes to tell Everard anything. He knows what he has to know. Fast.
It's called a radio. You believe.
Sure. There's some shithouses there. A cinderblock town. Fisherfolk there refuse to unionize. So, that's one place I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
We will start there. One more question. What?
Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. She looks like a Lowry man. It'll have to.
His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite.
Save.
Now it's turning into a kind of a...
시큰다네 말하네.
The unpromising raised pupil returns. Observe.
Get your...
To comprehend time, you must put the concept. This again. Just remember. Come back to me when you've met. I am not the first line. The hard. Now leave me be. Fine.
Interesting.
Rassi. Welcome to Revachol. He must think. I am not. True. That is a noble cranium. The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions. One thing, however, it is not entirely free of throwbacks in the phylogenetic tree. His large jaw, for example, could...
That atavistic...
Babe, thanks. You have him off guard now. He's preoccupied with his situation with his woman. There is nothing funky about people. The Koikos of Grad. You go. To an unthinkness, the Koiko. Revachol. Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening. But that seems a little off. The revolution. Enough of tea. Those, a receding genetic pool has led the Mound on reprehensible. You know, the Mound. Colorful tassels are, let's be. The Vespertine, the other overproduction of, as proven by the Mound and the Mask. Occidental type A is in retrograde. The Semini, the Ario, the latter is perfect. I cannot possibly imagine what.
치마 입어서
The worn and beaten wooden plank.
We can sit on benches after we've...
You can revisit the bench.
Officer, care to play a game with the lonely old man? Actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same. The prick is gone. I can barely believe it. But...
He is trying to retain his jolly facade, but the underlying sadness casts a deep shadow over his wrinkled face.
Hell, most likely. He was an absolute Kent. His hungry little heart finally gave out. The dock workers found him in the guard booth this morning. Wasn't even supposed to be working for another week, but he...
Wait, did he push himself to prove he can pull his weight?
Yes, he was about to head home. 'Cause when the dock workers found him, he was wearing civilian clothes. Sometimes I thought he was wearing it just to piss me off. Now the jokes are...
That means the uniform could still be in the guard booth. Something to keep in mind if you really plan to give yourself to Revachol.
No. René was the most stubborn man in Revachol. Nothing you or I could say would ever push him to do anything. The man was... I took them for myself. Took them to remember that old Khan. Nobody knew him better than I did. And I want to remember that old Khan by something.
Yes, we are both.
It is what it is. Part of life, really. But to know someone for 79 years, I just don't know anymore. About anything, really. But you must need something. René wasn't really what you'd call a botanist, officer. And believe me, he didn't like Insulindian lilies.
Of course he didn't. Flowers are for pansies. Stop wasting time.
That's their old name, dating back to the time of kings and crests, and all. There were many reasons, but mostly it was I guess in the end, the Insulindian lilies were just another piece of the whole Insulinde. Yes. What about René? I repeat, an absolute cant. Even his whole army, the only people... and she never lost sight. We've hated each other our entire lives. Yes, I loved that angry prick. He didn't deserve it, but I did. You know what his last words to me were? In Guillaume's time, you'd have been shot without trial. That's what he said to me. He lived a cant, and he died a cant. Let's leave it at that. Let me see. This was 60 years ago. We all went to... I'm sorry, officer. I just... Thank you. Thank you for this little...
That was nice. A small thing for us, but invaluable to him. He probably didn't even know René had the photo. Yes.
It is what I just don't know anymore. About that.
ルネがいなくなったのか。
The file cabinet stands steady as ever, and the unlocked drawer slides out to greet the drawer slide. file cabinet stands steady as ever, and the unlocked drawer slides out to greet you. You're trying hard, but the data here is unbelievably dry. Something about containers. The drawer slides shut smoothly. The file cabinet stands steady as ever. The drawer slides.
The Coppernado is back. What do you want?
You can
Officer, get actually the prick.
He is trying to retain his jolly.
Hell, most likely is.
Wait.
Yes, sometime.
That means.
No. Rene was the most stubborn man in Revachol. Is.
Wait.
Yes, sometime.
That means the uniform could still be in the guard booth. Something to keep in.
I'm glad to assist you if I can, officer. I repeat, the and shin with. Yes, I loved that angry prick. He didn't deserve it, but I did. In Guillaume's time, you'd have been shot without trial. That's what we've. Yes, in Guillaume's time, you'd have been shot with. Yes, in Guillaume's time, you'd have been with hate. Yes, in Guillaume's time, with hate. Yes, in Guillaume's time, you'd have been shot with. I took them for myself. Took them. Let me see. I'm sorry of.
That was nice. A small thing for. Yes.
It is what it... I just don't know anymore. About anything, really. René, what...
Of course he didn't.
There were many. I guess in the hand, the Insulindian lilies. Yes. What about René?
Yes.
It is what... I just don't know anymore.
The file cabinet stands steady as ever, and the unlocked drawer slides out to greet you. The drawer slides shut smoothly. The file cabinet stands steady as ever, and the unlocked drawer slides. The file cabinet stands steady as ever, and the unlocked drawer slides out to greet you. Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense. It appears to be a to-do list written in large, remember Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants. Sweep all items on the list have been crossed out and the note itself is crumpled.
One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
The special borscht seems a bit odd in the list. What is so special about this borscht? Code for drugs? Booze? Remember Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list, hundreds of documents, and the same materials being handed over. You already went through all of these. Remember, Leo, all items on the list, the drawer slides. The payphone hangs mutely on. All those empty wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really, really hard here. Well, they went through 6 bottles of potent Pilsner, 3 bottles of
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you. It really, really doesn't. Let's turn our attention.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud. Generally speaking, it would be dishonorable to take it. But then, it looks like a military uniform, and wearing that is very...
I suppose René is not going to be needing it anymore. It's a bit too colorful for my taste, though. Fantastic. Try not to wear it with other similarly colorful clothes, okay?
This is... Before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly. You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last. You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly. Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Because what wasn't an option? Now is not the time to get philosophical, detective. You can do that after.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have... Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
ダメでした。
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair. My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this house. Harry, you smooth-talking son...
Smooth talking? Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Rust peels off the bent iron posts of the swing. The wind whistles through the skeleton.
In this yard?
He's assessing the situation.
Someone thought they could have a summer house in a bloc obscure, for cheap. It didn't work out. They abandoned it about a decade. A black bloc, a part of the city left unrenovated after the war, or one that has fallen to gang violence, or has become inhospitable in some other way. Practically, it's not an official term in any way, but look around. No sewage, broken power... Yes, for you to scavenge like a post-apocalyptic scavenger who collects...
It's not meant as nagging. Just...
We should move.
by. The sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it.
I'll just keep the Corda Lacey in the channel, if that's okay. It's too shallow near the pier.
Hi, ma'am. And it's a jetty, by the way.
Of course. Jetty. I prefer a good jetty to a pier any day. Jetty. Hello, detectives. It's good to see you here.
What brings you here, madame?
Nothing, really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now, so I...
That. And she's also keeping an eye on you.
How do I like it?
Water drips down eaves of Etonite. The smell of salt.
It's pornographically poor.
Fortunately for you, madame.
All right. Politics time. Let's real men, real politics, real thoughts in your head.
Oh, I'm not frightened, officer.
Above you, they're
Have I told you how they discovered this place? No, they're in Sealindian, Isola. I'm guessing you don't know then. Well, your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45% west of the river. 50 years of occupation. I knew you was... Remind me to tell you one day. For now, how can I assist you in this new location?
Do we?
I hear. Maybe there is something else I can assist you with, while you're hot in pursuit? You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Well, technically speaking, I'm not on it right now. Good.
Tequila sunset. Can't really remember seeing any women after losing my keys.
It's a touchy topic. He hasn't got laid. He really has no idea who this Ruby is, sire.
Not that I can think of. That might be the case. Yeah.
He?
The tale... There are many...
Are you telling the story?
Shut the
The streets in the harbor.
Our herald... What she doesn't know is that her piece is about... Well, with no head on his shoulders. Woe is right.
Tell him about...
Fuck, Rose. What?
I read the...
Right. The wind...
2 women.
The women are... When she's... But there is... Ula Mc... Her body is never recovered.
Naturally, Ula depend... During the investigation... No, not a...
Man. Anyway, that's the story of the head... No one...
He won't.
I saw him one night when I was right shit-faced. The legend returns. You know the deal, legend man. Smokes a smoky, pilsner, gets you drunk. Aye, by amphetamine I mean speed. Aye, what? Good, my man. Now what can I offer you?
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
What bad people?
I don't think questioning 4-year-olds without their parents present.
Then we're definitely doing it.
Mister, what were you doing in my fireplace? Oh, okay. Luby. Luby. My mom tells me I'm a big girl, but she doesn't know that I can't.
Kids.
Bye!
Our tenant, the policeman. Nay.
Because she's blind, which you seem to have forgotten.
This is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here.
She's being evasive.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect.
Would you now? I know how this world works. And it doesn't work when people tell on each other. Ah, I should have known.
Enough of this. She better start talking right now.
There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now, what?
I see, ma'am. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway.
You should look around your shack. Maybe she's rented it out to us.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon, I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. Oh? Who? Okay. When did this person stay here? Oh. I've been out on the sea for most of the past week. The weather's... Yes, that's the optimal time. Sorry I couldn't help you out. Maybe I can... Well, how can I assist you then? You're back. Good. What can I...
Danko. Danko.
There's...
Hello again. No, I'm afraid I can't help you with this one, officer.
So you haven't seen anyone around?
No, I'm sorry. As I said, this is just a day.
You see, a slogan used to intertwine. A metal and plastic contraption bobs up and down amidst the trembling reeds. At first...
That, over there, must be the boy Klaas you told us about. The one she hid her passport in. We should take a look.
You lift the boy out of the water without much effort. It's not tied to anything. The number 11 has been written on the yellow plastic. It hasn't been in the water for very long.
Simple construction.
There's something in there. Splashed. It smells like you would expect it to smell. A shot glass's worth of seawater pours out. Some algae. And nothing else.
Well done. We still got here too late. There's nothing of use here anymore. I have no idea. Or think we do. This is a small loose end, either way. Not important, I hope. In my experience, cryptids are generally uninterested in travel documentation.
You could ask the miss what she thinks. Later, if you have the time. Though you doubt she'll tell you much at this point.
I have no idea. I wouldn't go so far as to say that. This could be. We should keep an eye out.
You could ask the miss what she thinks. Later, if you have the time.
I have no idea. Or think we do. That may very well be the case. We should keep an eye on her.
You could ask the miss what she thinks.
I have no idea. Or think we do. This is a small loose end, either way. Might have been Klaasje, might have been the people after her, might have been alone.
You could ask the miss what she... There's nothing... The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes deep under the earth. There's no echo, and no answer. Maybe it's just a storm drain for the sewer.
No idea. Could be connected to one of the buildings around here. We might find her down somewhere. There's an old storm drain system beneath Martinez that's mostly collapsed. Revachel's sewage system has been built and rebuilt. In conclusion, she could be under any building. I hope not.
The mother.
Welcome back. No.
Just no?
It's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast. Exactly. It's our chance to turn the grim desolation into an overwhelmingly fun dance party.
Yo, man. What's on your mind? Dead body, spirit entered. Sure.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
Goodbye, off.
Goodbye, officer.
Yes, what is it? What? No, no one's...
She has not seen her, sire. 'Tis true.
It's a paw! Yeah! Hardcore! Yeah! It was awesome! And scary. Too hardcore, in fact. I couldn't control it. At all. It sucks up all the air in the mix until it's the only thing left.
Inside your chest, the...
Oh! Oh!
What about the compressor? The one with the spiky hair was setting up. To achieve some sort of parallel processing.
It's a paw! Yeah! Hardcore! It's a paw! Yeah! Hardcore!
Bzz, 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 goes the trap. An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle. You rattle the handle a bit, then push on the door with all your weight.
We don't get in there. Frankly, you're just going to have to accept the fact that you can't get in.
No. We've gotten into every door thus far. That's what we do. We open doors. We're cops. That's our perk. Even Everard knew that's a part of our MO.
Relax. No one's hiding in there. If we can't open it...
At least you can think about opening it. About doors in general. They are up.
Yes?
There's nothing. On the table, you see a bowl of water. An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The expression fixed to your clean-shaven face. You're still not accustomed to it. An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The expression fixed to your clean-shaven face. An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The expression fixed to your clean-shaven face. You're still not accustomed to it. Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know. An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The expression fixed to your clean-shaven face. You're still not. An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The expression fixed to your clean-shaven face. You're still not accustomed to it. It's like something snaps in you. A nerve ending. A thought. A sadness. Just like that, it's over. The running gag that your life had become. A sad old man looks back at you. old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it. An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, such as it is. Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad... An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see, it belongs in the new, the third decade of the current century. Enough time had passed from the failure of the revolution that things were good. It was smooth sailing. People made gold and for Revachol, your city. That meant only one thing. If it doesn't rhyme, you're not out of the dazzling swirl of disco music in an open air Boîte de Nuit somewhere in Revachol West. Guillaume's blonde mane appeared on the screen. Everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off. The click is used to... Sometimes you like to add finger pistols to the mix, because, unlike... There is a vast ocean of time between right now and the... You have some understanding of the near history of disco, plus the trivia. It doesn't have to be. You can swoon over Guillaume and his champagne-corked smile whenever you want to. Maybe some of the stardust will return. An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, such as it is. As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's clear the edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched. Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below. Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like more reeds. You stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. A small cylindrical object. You pull it out. A bullet. A 9mm bullet, to be exact. Fit for all muzzle loaders of that caliber. Like your own Villiers pistol, for example. The floorboard doesn't care, but maybe the washerwoman does. You have enough to confront her with. It's extra ammunition. She's locked and loaded, ready to fight some cops.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with? Damn that girl.
And without anger, a long and harsh life has taught...
But you didn't put it there, did you? She did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant. And not a stupid one either. Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl, as I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry.
That's for the police to find out. Right then, please answer each question to the best of your ability. I'm sure we have a few.
Yes, early with the dogs. I cleaned it. Like I... No.
The truth, sire.
She's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman.
This Ruby is an old lady whisperer. She knows how to work the village elder.
Did she talk to you much during her last...
No, she was mostly silent this time. She tried not to let it show, but I could tell.
She wanted to talk to her, as they usually do.
How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent.
Your hand twitches. A single bullet hit.
I do tell. Exit from what?
The lieutenant stops writing for a moment. He looks at you, then at...
No, she's a fighter.
Not a quitter, like you sometimes get, son.
How would I...
Your hand...
I do tell. Exit from what?
The lieutenant stops...
No, she's a fighter.
Not a quitter, like...
How would...
Your hand...
I do... Exit...
The lieutenant...
No, she...
Not a quitter, like you sometimes get, son.
How would I...
Your...
I do... That bad, is it? Nothing. She is... Yes, early with the dogs, around 8 o'clock. Nothing. She isn't what you'd call a drunk. I don't know.
It's a peninsula. She might be trapped.
You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her head.
I wouldn't worry about that, ma'am. We are persistent.
Are you sure you would rather stay here? Get a nice cozy fire going in the heater? Seems like a better idea to me.
The failed electric neuron.
What more do you want to know about that poor girl? I don't.
It's...
You'll not...
I wouldn't worry about that, ma'am. We are persistent.
Yes, it's going...
The failed electric neuron. You feel like you should go look...
What more do you want to know about that poor girl? I don't...
It's a...
You'll not...
I wouldn't worry about that, ma'am. We are persistent.
Yes.
The failed electric neuron. You feel like you should go look at it.
What more do you want to know about that poor girl? I don't...
It's...
You'll not...
I wouldn't worry about that, ma'am. We are persistent.
Yes, it's...
The failed electric neuron.
One thing, officer. If you do find her, please go easy on her. She's a good girl.
いい情報を聞けたぞ。船を借りるか。
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynch. Better not tie the fourth day to the bat's day on this. You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Well, technically speaking, I'm not on it. The boat? No. It is my sloop.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we had.
Good. The sea's gonna calm down soon, I can feel it. The wind...
Our tenant, the policeman. What more do you want to know about that poor girl? I don't know. Further up the coast, she tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots.
It's a peninsula.
You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her...
I wouldn't worry about that, man. We are persistent.
Are you sure you would rather stay here? Get a nice cozy fire...
The felled electric mural. You feel like you should go look at it again. Step close.
Keep going.
The mother of humanism stands above you, a precious and complex wax painting on a single pane of glass. A crack runs across the length.
It's a paw! Yeah! Hadak!
An old door worn by elements. A metal payphone under a yellow... You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable. There's some tear, an empty cigarette. You see traces of mayonnaise, and it's no older than a day. Whoever tossed Red Astra is the black market. Now, the two empty...
A tragedy.
There's something feral crouched between the rocks. Something primal. Back away. There, by the water. Intriguing. Something back away. There. Intriguing. This is a men's size L, leopard pattern unitard with short sleeves. There are bits of seaweed. Actually, this is a leotard, not a unitard. Who cares? It's a tard suit either way. Slow and steady. Drop it now. This thing will eat you. The wind blows through rocks and reeds. Days spent in the salt water have... The gradient ibis, or common snow leopard, is native to the Ohota Mountains in Grad, weighing up to 85 kilograms. It is the apex predator. Can't you feel the hairs on your arm and on the back of your neck? Yeah, but what? Despite the time it's spent in the water, the garment itself is surprisingly silky. Run, you idiot. There's only one thing left to do. Just know that once the leotard goes on, but don't you want to feel different? It can be a secret that only you slip from your briefs into the leotard. It's very tight. You've never been cradled so firmly before. Putting on the garment feels like stepping into a warm summer lake. The silky warmth engulfs you. Your fingers run down your pectoral muscles, your abdominals, your hips. Again, once the leopard comes on, it's never ever coming off. It's wearing you now.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves... What more do you want to know about that poor girl? I don't know. Further up the coast, she tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots.
It's a peninsula. She might...
You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand.
I wouldn't worry about that, ma'am. We are persistent.
Are you sure you would rather stay here?
The felled electric mural. You feel like you should go look at it again. Step closer this time. A row of ghostly shades facing the crumbling wall, with another 7 shades standing 10 meters from them. A single person.
I don't know. Perhaps the ones exist. Another likely scenario.
Or maybe.
Yeah. Was any...
A cold sea behind this building, the other one. There's no way the perp isn't here, officer. Look how scarred the boards are. All attempts to pry them off have failed. Not this time. The opposition is insurmountable, but I like the spirit. Have some points. It's lonely and cold without points.
The suspect? God, I hope not. I can't see a way in, though many have tried.
A row of ghostly shades facing a crumbling wall. With another, a host of men. They stand, facing the wall. The commandant. A host of... They stand, facing the wall.
I don't know. Perhaps the ones executed here were the loyal... Another like...
Or maybe...
Yeah. To be honest, if a coalition...
A code behind this building.
よし、寝よう。ここまでにしとくか。